at cleanbiznetwork.app. That's www.cleanbiznetwork.app today and get on the right track with your cleaning company. We have everything you could possibly need to get you going in the right direction, and see why we've been the leading cleaning business consulting company for the past 5 years, and why they call me AJ Simmons the cleaning business GOAT. So I can help you just like I've helped and my company has helped thousands of other people start and grow their cleaning companies. Go to the number one source today, www.cleanbiznetwork.app. Thank you.
Headed to the top, there ain't none of y'all stopping me. Used to say I never get a ring, Charles Barkley. Now I got a wife, got kids, own property. Bubble-eyed beans that look like that be watching me. Okay, I lied about the beans, but that was hard though. I'm still in that black act, but she starred though. Cause that's all it takes. Don't flash it for. I'm on my grind, not no motherfucking fashion show. Headed to the top, there ain't none of y'all stopping me. Used to say I never get a ring, Charles Barkley. Now I got a wife, got kids, own property. Bubble-eyed beans that look like that be watching me. Okay, I lied about the beans, but that was hard though. I'm still in that black act, but she starred though. Cause that's all it takes. Don't flash it for. I'm on my grind, not no motherfucking fashion show.
What's up, y'all? Welcome. Happy Friday, everybody. See, we got some special people in the house, right? Am I delayed again?
No, you sound good.
You sound good. Yeah, we hear you.
Okay, I think I might be. We're gonna see in a minute though. But yeah, appreciate y'all for joining. If y'all don't mind, let's go ahead and introduce to the people who we are. I guess I'll start at this time. I always go last. I'm AJ Simmons, founder of the Clean Biz Network, and I want to see y'all in February at the Clean Biz Network conference in Las Vegas, y'all. So let's get it. Who we got next?
DJ the
Hey,
Boss.
everybody. Oh, go ahead, DJ.
DJ the Boss, Cleaning Boss family, owner CEO of GCO Commercial Cleaning and the Cleaning Boss app.
All right.
Hey, everybody. My name is Carolyn Arellano. I am the founder and owner of Spotless Cleaning Service based out of New Jersey, and also the founder of Cleaning Business Mentor.
Welcome. What up, y'all? So first off, I appreciate y'all for being here. Carolyn, you already know we do the clubhouse every week with our crew, the Cleaning Business Mentors crew. And today we got a special guest, Mr. DJ the Balls. We also appreciate you for joining us as well today.
Thank you so much for having me. I appreciate it, man.
Absolutely, bro. So everybody in the comments, everybody watching, first off, hit the like button and we ain't talking for the rest of the day. So hit that like button.
I love it.
I mean, hit that like button, hit the share button, all of that type of stuff. Leave your comments, and you already know what we here to do. We here to answer questions, y'all. So it's a Q&A. We just hop up here, and we just here to help y'all. I mean, like we started our own companies, and we think we know a little something based on the results that we've gotten so far. And so, however you got a question for us, we just here to answer to the best of our ability. So definitely start sending them questions in. DJ, if you want to go ahead, just give them a little bit more background about who you are and where you're from and all that type of stuff for those who might not know.
So I'm sure most people probably do not know, but yeah, I go by DJ the Boss. My name is Derek. I go by DJ. I'm originally from New Orleans, Louisiana. So shout out to the South. Back in 2007, I moved up here into Seattle, Washington, and I've been here ever since. Things were going great in my life when I moved up here to Seattle, but eventually I ended up falling on some hard times, and it led me to this industry, the cleaning industry, and I was able to stay in this industry for it's been 8, almost 9 years now. So, that's pretty much my story. I mean, when I say hard times, I mean really, really hard times. I was, homeless, looking for places to sleep, and was still able to, to find a way to make this business work for me. So, that's my story. And now I've done a number of different things on my channel, helping a bunch of different people. I've documented my entire journey. So if you want to watch someone from start to finish, kind of build their company from client number 1 to where we are now, that's kind of what I'm known for on my channel. And that's my story. Yeah, now we've released the Cleaning Boss app, and that's my primary focus these days is getting that piece of value out to you guys.
Congrats on that, by the way, on that app, bro. So, Carolyn, if you want to go ahead and just remind the people as well who you are, where you're from, all that, whatever, your background for those who might not know.
Sure. So my name is Carolyn Arellano. I started my cleaning business going on, I think, 6 years now. Same kind of situation, I had to clean houses. It wasn't really an option for me at this time in my life. I was staying with my father. My car was falling apart. I had no money. I was, back against the wall, and I started a cleaning business. I was blessed to have a mentor that helped me out from the beginning. It wasn't the first business that I started, but I'm glad that we did start the cleaning business. In our first year of business, we did about 340,000 in overall sales. And at that time, in that first year, it was life-changing for me because, as I mentioned, I didn't have a decent car, didn't have anywhere to live. So I could say that, starting my cleaning business has improved my life tremendously. It's been a long journey, of course. And again, I've had many, many mentors during this journey: AJ Simmons, Ricky Regalado, Vitali, my business mentor, and I have saved a lot of time, a lot of headaches, and I've learned so much from my mentors. I'm always finding people to learn from, and I love to share that information with you guys. I do have also a YouTube channel where I just speak on a lot of business basics, cleaning, YouTube vlogs, stuff like that. And I'm very honored to be here on stage, DJ. I'm also a fan of yours. I've seen you on YouTube.
The story is absolutely incredible. Thank you. That's crazy that you
you're
know
actually
who I am.
someone's videos that I also study. So yeah, it's a pleasure to be up here with both you and AJ today.
That's what's up. That's what's up. Congrats on that success, Carolyn. And I just realized too, let me stop assuming. There's probably people who don't know who the hell I am too. So let me go ahead and say a little bit about my background as well, right? so I'm AJ Simmons, right? I founded Clean Business Network. And so I started off with a cleaning franchise. So I was with Coverall originally when I was 19 years old. I'm 35 today. But I started with Coverall when I was 19 years old. Was with them for 3 years. It didn't go well. I was bad at the business. Got back in with Jam Pro a few years later. Got a little bit older, in my mid-20s. Won the Franchise Owner of the Year Honorable Mention Award. Became an operations manager / franchise consultant for them. They moved me down to Florida where I live now. I'm originally from Virginia. So I ran my cleaning franchise in Virginia on its own. It was on autopilot while I moved down here in Florida and worked for Jam Pro. After working for Jam Pro, I decided, you know what? I want to do my own thing. I don't really agree with every single thing that they got going on, so I want to do it my way. That's what made me start Clean Business Network. Sold the franchise to my brother, my younger brother. Shout out to Michael, and he still runs that company to this day in Virginia. And that's pretty much my story. So I just hopped on YouTube from the beginning and just started sharing what I knew from day one, even way back then. You know what I mean? I think it was 2014 when I first started just posting on YouTube nonstop. Just giving out free game just helping people, whatever questions y'all had, just talking business. And those early videos evolved into what we've grown into today. So that's kind of my story on it. And now if y'all want to, let's go ahead and jump into these questions, y'all. And now before we go any further, I got to say this. Make sure y'all go check out www.cbnconference.com, because guess what? I'll be there. Carolyn will be there. DJ will be there. We'll all be there on the stage, there to answer your questions, there to, give y'all more free game like we already do on YouTube, but even better because you'll be able to be this in person. So make sure you go to cbnconference.com and go get your tickets, y'all.
For sure. And listen, there are also for payment options that are available on the Shopify store that AJ set up. So please go check that out. We are in the final stretch of tickets, you guys. We have, I think, how much longer do they have to get their tickets? AJ?
We got it's not very long at all. The 28th is the last day, so it's less than 20 days. I can't do the quick math, but I know it ain't that many. So
yeah, so definitely grab your tickets, you guys. We only got about 16 days to go, so definitely grab your tickets. Go check those hotels out and your flights. And just for a little bit of context, everybody that I have been speaking to has told me that the flights have been super affordable. So AJ planned this out on a specific time and date, so that way we can all make it out there. So thank you for thinking about us, AJ, when planning.
Absolutely. Appreciate you for making sure that you fill in those details that I would tend to forget. So thank you for that. All right, Mr. Eric says, how long did it take you guys to stop doing the cleaning and focusing more on growing the business? I'm gonna shut up.
Okay, I'll take this one real quick. So I stopped cleaning around month 8. I should have stopped cleaning around probably month number 4 or 3, because we were out there cleaning. We had plenty of jobs going on, but I really, really enjoyed the hustle. I loved learning the business. So I stood into the business a couple months longer until, my mentor was like, this is it. You have to focus on growing it. So around the 8th month, I got out of cleaning and I did our very first hire. So yeah, that was about month 8. And then ever since then, I haven't been out to clean unless, of course, it's an emergency of some sort. I would never want to lose an account. At the end of the day, it's my business. So and I also enjoy learning other types of cleaning. So you might see me doing carpet cleaning. You might be going to do hoarding cleaning. And I do that because I enjoy it.
Okay. You want to jump in on DJ?
Yeah, that's absolutely incredible. I just wanted to say that's absolutely incredible. You are clearly a workaholic and a hustler. I have to commend you for that. But I cleaned in my business until month 15. So, but yeah, I kind of needed to get myself situated, first. So I was, definitely more concerned with just fixing my personal finances right off the bat. And so I just worked and cleaned as much as I possibly could until I couldn't physically clean anymore by myself. And that's what pushed me out of the cleaning and kind of forced me to focus more on just growing a real business.
Yeah, I love that. And I see we got my guy Brandon up in here. What's good, Brandon?
Hey, what's up, guys? Happy Friday.
Hey, bro. Absolutely. Happy Friday to you, bro. Appreciate you for coming in. If you don't mind, just real quick, go ahead and share with the people real quick, like your background, who you are, all that type of stuff.
Yeah, real quick. What's up, YouTube, Instagram, and everybody else that we're streaming to? My name is Brandon Orr. I own a cleaning business right now called Cure Cleaning. We operate out of Illinois, Texas, and primarily Dallas. We got a few things going on in Houston and a lot of stuff going on in Chicago too. So Chicago born and raised, man. We relocated to Dallas 4 years ago. That's how we ended up expanding to Dallas. Corporate guy, came from corporate sales for about 10, 12 years. Sold software, sold pretty much anything you could think of. Sold pharmaceuticals legally. Sold women's shoes at Nordstrom. Did door-to-door sales when I was a teenager. Door-to-door sales, selling newspaper subscriptions, all type of stuff, man. You name it, I probably didn't sold. The only thing I didn't sell is car sales. So strong sales background, guys. So if you do have any questions about closing deals, closing larger deals, sometimes those deals get stuck in the pipeline. People don't call you back. People don't return your emails. Just having simple conversations, networking, all that stuff, man. That's kind of my background. So I love it. So I would be glad to, talk about that.
That's what's up. Well, welcome again. And y'all make sure y'all drop them questions. And guess what else? Brandon will be on the stage at the conference as well this February, the 28th. But the tickets got to be bought by January 28th. So make sure you go to www.cbnconference to get your tickets ASAP, y'all, before it's too late. All right, we got another question going on. Let's go ahead and jump to the next question. Let's see what we got. Let's see. I just opened my cleaning business a month ago. Please, how can I grow it? Thank you. Right. So multiple different ways how you can grow it. I think there's a lot of different ways you can go, right? So if you want to, I would say for me, figure out what you want to do. Like, do you want to clean houses? Do you want to clean buildings? What do you want to do? Figure that out first. Or you might just be in a situation where you like, hell, I'm desperate. I'll take whatever I can get. And if you're in that situation, fine. Get on Thumbtack. They probably think some jobs for some houses, right? If you can find any type of lead generation software or whatever the case may be, sign up for those, especially the free ones, right? And then also get you some flyers made. Make them on your computer. Go to canva.com, make you some flyers or some brochures or even some business cards. Get out here, go door to door. Another thing you can do is hop on the phone, cold call, business by business, or whatever the case may be, and just offer your service. Tell them you're in business, ask to figure out who's in charge of hiring the cleaning company. Speak to that person, try to land what we call a walkthrough, schedule an appointment to meet them. My bad, my phone had it wrong. But anyway, schedule an appointment to meet with them and then offer your service. That's pretty much the main three things that I would say, but I'll let the team jump in.
I guess I'll go ahead and jump in. I would I'm really big on the free things, the cold calling, the door knocking. You got to let people know that you're in business. And in the very beginning, sales is going to be, sales is always the lifeblood of your business. But I feel like you're going to need to sell at some point. At some point, you're going to have to ask for the business. So I'm really big on the cold calling, the going door to door, making those lists. All of the things that you can do for free, where you don't have to worry about whether or not you can afford it. And that way you can get some revenue going in your business before you start spending money on different marketing things. At least you have some money coming in. But I'm really big, like Brandon said, I'm really big on sales, and it's one of the things that you can just do. Open your mouth and ask for the business, and you do that enough times, and you'll end up in a good spot.
All right. Anybody else want to jump in there?
Yeah, I'll jump in there. DJ, it's good to see you, brother.
Nice to meet you as well, man.
Likewise. Hey, and another thing, I think a lot of people kind of overthink the cold calling aspect, and you get fear, and that's kind of what pushes us away. But I think a good way to think about it as, and I always said that, I say this, and I think I said it on our last live, it's the fastest way to get in contact with the people you want to be in contact with. And that's a fact. There's no other faster way to get in contact with the people who could tell you yes by picking up the phone. And you can actually do it anywhere. You could literally wake up, roll out of your bed, hop on Google Maps, and look at some of the businesses in your area and just reach out to them. Don't, just see what they got going on over there. So that's why I love cold calling, because it's fast, it's effective, and you can actually reach the people you're trying to reach in an affordable way, free way. So
yeah.
Free way.
Right. And I'll just piggyback on that too, and just say, so for those who don't know, one of the services that we offer at Clean Biz Network is lead generation. And we've been doing that, since 2018. And honestly, that entire thing, we're finally starting to add other methods now, like LinkedIn and stuff. But for the past, I don't know how many years now, it's 100% run off cold calls. And we've been setting hundreds of appointments for people, thousands of appointments, tens of thousands of appointments for people for the past 5 years. So I highly recommend, that's 6 now. So last 6 years. So cold calling, I'm piggybacking on that 1,000%. And I think when it comes to the leads, like DJ said, that's more so when you got a budget, right? So when you first starting off, if you ain't got nothing, you ain't got nothing. So go ahead and do do exactly what we would do if you were do what the lead generation companies are doing. They're buying ads, they're making cold calls, they're doing all of the heavy lifting because you have a budget to do it, to pay them to do it for you. But if you don't got no budget, you do it. You know what I mean? Simple as that. So I want to piggyback on that.
Yeah, I just want to add one more thing, and even if that's still too intimidating for you, there's a soft way to even approach it to even start off. If going up to strangers is really just too much, I understand that. I'm a little bit of an introvert myself. You start with people that you know, especially for commercial. I do strictly commercial. I don't know if I mentioned that. I only do commercial. I've never done residential other than like post-construction. But if for commercial, everybody works somewhere. So you can start there. Reach out to the people that you know they work somewhere. See if they're willing to get you in contact with whoever's in charge of managing the facility wherever they work. So that's a good place to start, and then hopefully you can build up a little bit of a callus of that muscle, and move on to approaching strangers. Eventually, your business is going to have to be filled with strangers. So you got to get to it at some point. But that's a soft way to get into it if you're just deathly afraid of cold calling. Big
facts. And real quick, shout out to AJ Cleans. I just happened to see it right there. He said these 7 leads is a good website to create cold call lists. Absolutely, I like that. And it's paid. But it's definitely a good way to source some leads, so you can just start cold calling immediately. And also, welcome to Miss Mila. Welcome. I see you coming on. If you could just real quick, let the people know who you are, introduce yourself, give them a quick background, all of that stuff.
Hello, everybody. Thank you for having me here. I'm Mila Arzu, Mila the housekeeper on the internet. I clean Airbnbs in the Texas area and expanding. And yeah, that's what we do. I've been in business for 7 years. I have a mentorship program starting this Sunday. And yeah, we're trying to get in 2024, all the ways.
Let's get it. All right, y'all. Let's see the next question we got. What is this one here? What do you guys think about starting off as a subcontractor, and how does it work?
I can take this one. I think that if you want to get into the commercial space or even residential space, I think starting off as a subcontractor is a fantastic idea, because you will be working, under another company who is getting the leads for you and providing the work, right? So you don't have to necessarily work as hard, and you will gain a lot of experience. You'll understand how to clean these types of different facilities based on the checklist that your prime is giving you. You'll learn about supplies, you'll learn about techniques, you'll learn about what you do like, what you don't like. And for me, that's exactly what I did with the commercial space. When I started to enter that, I actually started to subcontract for other larger companies, and then I got a sense of how it works. So I'm totally with subcontracting, and not just at the beginning of your business, but all throughout. If you can work with another company, another prime that can pay you what you're looking to get paid, then why not work with another company? And that is an amazing way to also grow and network, and eventually even subcontract work out yourself. So just keep in mind that you can be a sub and a prime at the same time. I subcontract out work all the time for commercial and residential, and I'm always open to also taking on new contracts from larger businesses.
Okay, I will wait to see if somebody was going to jump in, but real quick, I just wanted to say too, I like subcontracting for other people first, because like you were saying, like you get that experience up. And I know me personally, like I said, I started with a franchise, basically the same thing. I was subbing for a bigger company. So that taught me a lot of the things that I ended up learning over time. So definitely don't be afraid to sub. Now, we don't, to me personally, I wouldn't make a career out of it. We don't want to make that a long-term goal to be under somebody, you know what I mean, getting middleman when you can get the whole thing. But starting off, ain't nothing wrong with it.
Yeah, absolutely. I think subcontracting is especially starting off, like I said, in those places where you really don't have anything. Those are great ways to get revenue going in your business. You need some way to get money going in your business. You know, the money has to come from somewhere. And if it's profitable, if it makes money, it makes sense. So definitely, you can definitely take work from as a subcontractor. But just like AJ said, I definitely wouldn't make a career out of it. But the idea is leverage. Everything has a balance. You don't want to lose leverage. That's it. That's my biggest thing, is the person who owns the relationship with the customer has the leverage, and that's how it's going to be till the end of time. And whoever owns the relationship with the client is going to be the one with the leverage. But for you, if it makes money, it makes sense. Just make sure that you never get tipped too far to one side of that scale. That's it.
And I'm gonna jump in there. I just want to share my experience as a subcontractor. When I did, I've only subbed one time for another company, and that one time I learned so much. I learned what type of chemical they use. I learned it was all operational. So you really learn the operations piece. You're not gonna learn anything about the back end, like the contracts or anything, but you really do learn the operations piece and see how other companies, kind of run their operations. So what I learned was the chemical they use, how they set up their breakdown. And specifically for this time, it was a post-construction, and we really had a full scope. So they did windows, floors, pretty much everything. And for the windows, what this company did was they had actual window cleaning guys, and that's all they do is windows. They specialize in windows. For the floors, you have floor cleaning guys, and all they do is floors. They don't do cleaning. They don't clean toilets. All they do is focus on floors. So when I saw that, that's how they operate. They get specialists for all those things. And then for the straight janitorial, they sub that out to people like my company. So I was able to bring in a few of my friends, actually. A few of my friends, about seven of us, 6 to 7 of us, was able to bring us in. They paid us enough for us all to be able to eat. So that's what DJ and AJ was saying about, some of those opportunities are good, especially if they're paying you well. So that's what I learned, man. And I use some of the chemicals that they, today in my business. I still use some of those chemicals that I saw them use. And that was back in, I think, 2018. So it was a good experience for me. So
That's what's up. All right, y'all. I got another one on here. Let's see. HP Supreme says, "Hey, Carolyn, this one for you, Carolyn. How can I set up a one-on-one session with you for some consulting, maybe a free trial, since my business resides in New Jersey, New York?"
Put it right on the spot.
I can answer that. I'll
We
be
ain't
real with
scared.
you.
We ain't scared.
I'll be very
Right on.
honest. Yeah. So there's definitely no free trials. I'm really sorry about that. I'm a very busy woman, and yeah. But if you'd like, you can set up a one-on-one call. They're not expensive at all. And if you like how the first call goes, then we can sign up for monthly mentorship, which can then save you some money. But I'm here to help. And if you have any basic questions, be sure to check out my YouTube videos as well as everyone else's videos on this live right now, because I guarantee 95% of the questions that you are going to ask are already out there on my channel, Mila's channel, AJ, DJ, or Brandon.
Yeah, so I'm gonna chime in for a quick second, just to reframe. So right now is a free trial for you. This is a free trial. You have the opportunity to ask her anything that you want to ask. I would just say to ask go ahead and ask that question. This is a missed opportunity. Not everyone probably gets the opportunity to have their question read up here on AJ's channel while she's here right now, able to answer your question. So take that opportunity to use this as a free trial and see if it's something that gives you enough value to warrant spending that money on it.
For sure. Thank you, DJ. Good point. Good point.
Hey,
This is it. And that's for
Right.
everybody here, you guys. This is that free trial. You got 5 people with years of knowledge worth, and so yeah, let's do it. This is the free trial.
But, all right, y'all. Next one, Passion Plus says, "What should I do? I have a 2-door coupe. I can't." Okay, I got this one. This was my experience. Literally, I got a 2-door coupe. I can't fit the rolling trash can line or nowhere on my vehicle to transport to accounts. Any recommendations aside from trading in the car for something bigger? So for me, this really happened to me, and I got lucky because my first contract was a medical account that was big enough where they had a janitorial closet. So what I did was to pick up the initial starting equipment. I pulled up in my little 2-door coupe. And what we did was for the big trash can, I linked the front seat in the passenger side all the way back, and I laid it in there on that part. Then for everything else, it's either in the back seat or in that trunk. So you can figure it out just to get it. But then once you get it, keep it at home. And then once you get your first contract, they should have a janitorial closet and you can house the stuff there. And so you probably not going to take that big rolling trash can to every account one by one. If you get big enough contracts, then you can buy one just for that location and leave it there in that janitorial closet. But then you don't have to take that back and forth. The only thing I would probably take from building to building initially when you first starting, if you're doing the cleaning, is the backpack. What else do we should take, Jenny? Oh, you ain't listening. Never mind. But yeah, but that's pretty much it. Maybe the backpack because it's so expensive. But everything else, I mean, you can buy it, put it in that building, and leave it there. Don't worry about triggering in your car and all that just shit.
And something with that story, I'm gonna jump in and tell a story off of that story.
Go for
AJ,
it.
that story actually saved me thousands of dollars, man, because I was at a point in my business where I didn't have a big enough car to kind of fit a trash can in. So I was about to go out and buy, Ford Transit Connect just for the business to transport stuff in. And I'm like, man, it got to be a different way. I know everybody ain't around here riding with fleets. So what happened was, right after COVID, all the cars started getting jacked up in price. I'm like, man, I'm not about to pay this much for a car. For a Ford Transit Connect, that thing got about 200,000 miles on it. You want me to pay how much? So, man, I found one of your videos and you was like, without a car, can you run it without a car? And I watched that video. Saved me about $40,000, $50,000, like seriously. And I held off. I didn't get it. And what happened was, you could order from, like, if it's a 5-day account, if it's like a 3-day account, you could keep the thing there. You could keep the trash can there. If you order off a Uline, just get you a trash can off a Uline and just get it shipped straight to the facility. Also, one thing that I do on my onboarding, I have an onboarding form for the client to fill out right after they close the deal, right after they send me documents back. I ask them, what all do they have there? Hey, do you have this at your facility? Do you have this? Because some facilities, they already got a trash can. And it was one time he was like, should we have one of those? I was like, well, it's recommended that you have one, but if you don't, that's okay. I'll get one. And he was just like, no, you don't have to get one. We'll order that. So, it helps to just put that information out there. You may not even have to buy one. So, but yeah, you get on Uline or wherever. If your distributor If they ship straight, straight to the client, just get it straight to the client, ship straight to the client, and build that net 30. So, but yeah, AJ, you saved me a lot of money, man. I was about to go out there and get in some debt, dog. And then what I did was use that money to build the business. So there we go.
What's up, bro? Glad I could help there. And real quick, listen, if y'all watching this video right now, y'all getting any type of value out of it, first thing, find every single person on here on YouTube, because we all got YouTube channels. Go subscribe, go like, all of that. Next thing is, make sure you go to www.cbnconference.com and get your tickets for the Cleaning Biz Network Conference, so you can meet us all there. We all gonna be there. Everybody on this live gonna be on the stage, y'all. So make sure y'all get in there and get your tickets, all right? All right, let's see what else we got going on. Has anyone ever gotten or considered getting a business loan, asking while attempting to figure out how to obtain 2 to 3 bids at one time? I'll let y'all jump in. I got something, but I'll let y'all talk, because I feel like I be talking too much.
I would say study the numbers. Every loan ain't a good loan. I've explored it. I think everybody on this call probably explored it at one point, but there could be some predatory companies out there who don't really do good by your business. They don't really mean well. But I would say study the numbers, and then ask yourself, like, what do I need a loan for? Right? Is it to grow the business? How much do I need? Are there alternative ways? Look at the interest rates. Okay, that's one of the first things you should ask them. What's the interest rate? Some of these companies, they'll want you to pay back this much per day. You know what I mean? Or this much per week. All right. And then what you do is, over the course of that loan, how long is that term of the loan? Add all of that up. So it was one, I'll never forget. We was just looking at one a while ago, and it was like, I think it was for like 10 grand. But over the course of the loan, you would have paid them back $12,000 in interest, like off of 10 grand. So you want to pay 12 to borrow 10? Does that make sense? You know what I mean? Correct. And that's how they make their money. So look at the numbers, study the numbers before you pull the trigger on everything. They'll pressure you. Some of them will pressure you. If they're pressuring you, then 9 times out of 10, they're not the right company for you.
For sure. And I just want to talk real quick on the loan situation. Like Brandon said, make sure you have a plan if you're going to take out a business loan. What are you going to do with this money? And it has to be an investment. It can't be, oh, I'm just going to buy something because it looks nice, or, we want to buy a new table for the office. Anytime I've ever taken out a business loan, it was to reinvest into the business, buying vehicles. And I always buy used vehicles, by the way, for my business. So vehicles, maybe equipment. I took a couple $1,000s and I invested it into my education when I was thinking about opening a restoration business. So anything that you can make money with, that should be used for a loan, but also really try to, like Brandon said, make sure it's something that you can't obtain yourself. If it's, a $3,000 or $4,000 car that you're looking to buy, then I wouldn't necessarily go take a loan out. You can definitely save for that. And do be careful with the business loans and all these people saying that you can get types of fundings. I personally only take loans from Stripe. That's the payment processor that I use my whole business. And what Stripe will do is they will keep track of all of your sales. So all of my sales are done through credit cards, done through Stripe. So Stripe will see how much money I'm making every year and then offer me a loan. And how we have it set up is that if we take a loan, they will take 20% of each charge. So for me, it kind of feels like I'm not really paying back too much money. But at the same time, if you don't do the right thing with that cash, it can easily be wasted and you will be in big trouble, especially if you don't have that recurring business to come in.
Yeah, fact. And you said the 20%, and that sounds pretty steep, but I want to point out that that's not interest. Some people might think that's 20% interest being, that's not 20% interest paying back, it's 20% of each sale. And so if you know that your profit margin is 40% or whatever the case may be, okay, we can split the 20%. But you, again, like Brandon said, you got to know your numbers. And I'm going to throw this oop to DJ, because in this particular question, she's saying, I think it's him or her, I'm sorry, but this person is saying that they want to get the loan because they're considering doing 2 or 3 bids at a time. So what it sounds like to me is they think that they're going to need some funding, because in order to get these bigger contracts, they're going to need some money in the reserve. But DJ got a solution for that, bro. So if you want to go ahead and jump in there, there go that oop for you.
I'm I almost got canceled on TikTok for this whole question, man. But I really do not care anymore at this point. I'm gonna just be the one to tell you, don't do it. Don't get a loan. Just make money. Just make some money. Like if you like, just don't do it. I don't like. I would rather you just know how to make money than trying to figure out how to get a bunch of money you don't have to maybe make some of that money back. I promise you that when the time comes when your business can actually use a loan to expand or for a fleet or for a mortgage or something like that for your facility, then you will know. You will absolutely know, and I guarantee you will know exactly where to go. When you can get a loan, you can't shoo them off of you quick enough. Like they're beating down your door to tell you to, you know what I'm saying? They're beating down your door to give you these things. They're like, oh yeah, 0 APR for the next 3 years. Just sign up. Come on, like like they don't, it's different. In the beginning, if you're looking for a loan, it's probably not time to go and get a loan. Focus on generating revenue. Get used to making money.
And the point I wanted you to jump in there too is the fact that if they build a particular way, they ain't gonna need a loan in the first place.
Exactly. You don't need a loan. You don't need a loan. I'm definitely on the train of trying to change the industry for people just starting off to not even deal with post payments. Getting paid at the beginning and having. I mean, just imagine if everyone charged up front, it would be the norm. So that's. There's no reason it's not an abnormal business practice like people think. Some people starting out think it is, but there's no reason to get a loan. You can get your money up front and pay for everything you need to buy in your business.
I second what DJ's saying. I've always been afraid of loans. My parents are from a third world country. If you don't got the cash, you don't own it, and that's how I like to live my life. If you don't got the money, then you don't get it. And so you learn how to be resourceful and you learn how, and this is a service business. In my business, I get my money before I show up. So why do you need a loan? You don't need a loan. I agree with DJ.
Facts.
All right, y'all. What else we got? We got, okay. I have a question. How do I file my taxes as a single member LLC? The same way you would file it like as a regular working person, honestly. So single member LLCs, the taxes pass through to your individual income anyway. So individual income taxes. So it's not that much different. The main difference between being taxed as a single member LLC and being taxed as an employee is you pay taxes after expenses instead of before. So you definitely should see it should be more beneficial for you. But I don't know. I'm gonna shut up there. I'm not a CPA. So anybody else want to jump in?
I was just about to hop in and say, I just want to hop in and say, I don't know nothing about taxes. And I love anytime it comes up because I love an opportunity to say, I don't know this. I don't know everything. I'm not an expert at everything. I didn't even to be honest, I had to do back taxes by the time I hired a CPA. She had to file for a year previous because I just didn't do it because I don't know how to do it. And I never learned. I know the basics now, but that's about it.
I agree again. I didn't even worry about an LLC. I started an LLC, my first business, and I got it all in order. And then I realized you can have an LLC all day, but you still don't have a business. It's not making any money. So what's the point of having an LLC? Because that is just for your tax purposes. You need an LLC to file your taxes. So with me, I didn't even file my LLC for my cleaning business until 2 years after I was in business. I filed as a sole proprietor the first 2 years. And then now that after I started making real money and I need a real tax accountant, that's when I got an LLC. And then I got an accountant that knew what they were doing so that I'm good with the IRS. Don't come for me, IRS.
Love it. I love it. Hey, by the way, guess what? Make sure y'all go to www.cbnconference.com and get y'all tickets. Y'all meet us there. All of us will be there and we want to see you there. So make sure you get there. And guess what else? We can go a lot more detail. We get way more extensive in person when you pull up to me at the bar and I got my beer in my hand like this, but it's going to be a real one. It won't be one of these non-alcoholic ones when we there. Maybe it might be. I don't know. I don't know. We're going to see. It might be sometime. But anyway, I'm going to break it all the way down for you. You know what I mean? I know all of these other people will as well. Obviously, we already do it on our YouTube channels anyway. So It can be, I mean, you get whatever you want, but you got to go to cbnconference.com, get your tickets. Meet us in Las Vegas, y'all. All right, let's see what else we got. Matter of fact, I tell you what, next person to buy a ticket for the conference while we on this live stream right now, I get them an extra one free. So you get a +1. So whoever I see first, I'm gonna shout you out on here. You get a free ticket giveaway. Cause what's his name? Was it my guy Mario Kelly? Right? I should have clapped it up, but I ain't got my sound effect.
There we go.
Mario Kelly came up here. He showed me up last week getting away tickets and stuff. I'm like, damn, I ain't even getting no tickets away. Am I being stingy? Like, what's going on? So I'm gonna go ahead and get one today, but you gotta buy one first. It ain't gonna be straight giveaway. So, all right, y'all. Here go the next one. Anthony says, "Hey guys, I own a janitorial service in Brooklyn, New York. I also work for the city as a 9-to-5. Is it realistic to scale business while working 9-to-5? If it's realistic, yeah. I mean, people have done it before, but I do always like to ask, what type of job do you have? And then my next question is, because a lot of people like to jump to, okay, well, the type of job I have, I ain't got time for it, or I ain't gonna be, well, okay, how bad do you want this? Because if you really want it as bad as you say you want it, then guess what I might tell you? Okay, well, quit that job and get a better job that'll help you build a business. Like, are you serious about building a business or not? Don't be scared. You know what I mean? I know you got a city job, and city jobs are supposed to be this and that to some of us for the company background that ain't got nothing, but trust me, it ain't all that. If you can build a real company that you got equity in, that you can pass on to your kids and all that type of stuff. So that's my 2 cents on it. Y'all want to jump in there?
Yeah, I just want to say from 6 p.m. to 11 is what? Another 5 hours that you could work. So yeah, absolutely. I wake up, I start working, I don't know, around 8 o'clock in the morning. I don't close my laptop till about when it's time to go to sleep, 12:30, 11 o'clock at night. So yeah, you can absolutely, start to grow and start a cleaning business doing a 9-to-5. I work with a lot of mentees that actually have full-time jobs and are opening their cleaning businesses. And the goal is always, to eventually leave the job so that you could focus more on the business. But yes, to answer your question, I think that you can absolutely start and scale a business with a full-time job.
Yeah, and he has to think about, he has to think about what he wants to do with his life. What does he want to do? Do you want to have 9-to-5, retire, get some retirement, get your little house in, I don't know, Belize or something? Like, what do you want to do? And then that's where you can go and, figure out what you should do with your business. I want to be a big time businesswoman. So I'm all in on my business. I'm not trying to work for anybody ever, ever, ever. I haven't had a job since 2010. You can do the math. So I don't ever want to be there. So it depends what you want.
I got a slightly different perspective on it. I mean, I definitely agree with what everyone is saying, but I have a slightly different perspective on it because I just had a student that he felt like this advice really helped him out. You have a job. Like, you got a job. You're good. That means you're already okay. If you're working, that means you're working a 9-to-5. That means you're already okay. That means as your cleaning business is making money, you don't need the money. You're good. So I think you're like understand how amazing of a spot that is to be in. You don't actually need the money. Like, most people who are just starting out a cleaning business are starting it because they need some X amount of money, or they're in dire straits, they can't find work whatsoever. You already have that taken care of. So if the job isn't necessarily a problem, and it doesn't sound like you want to leave it because you're so concerned about your 9-to-5, you don't worry about it. Stay at your job, but use the rest of your time wisely. Spend the rest of your time trying to grow that business. You can immediately put people in accounts and work on managing the business, but understand that, it's your business. So if things go wrong, that is still your fault. And, you still have to have some accountability, but you have a job. So it's not like you need to worry about, like, if the cleaning business fails and you're just out of house and home, you're already good. So, the stress should be gone.
That's true. But I got fired in 2010. I will never put my life in somebody else's hands again. So
I'm definitely, I can't work for anybody. I'm a terrible employee, but I'm from the understanding now that I've been doing this, that some people just, they're more comfortable with it. Not everyone's built like us, not everyone's built to be like a titan of industry. And, that's where we're among the 1% is a 1% for a reason. So.
Facts. And I don't want to beat a dead horse, but exactly what you guys said. I think I'm a mix between all you guys. Like, I got fired too, Mila, and and I never went back. Then I quit. I quit sometimes. I got fired. I either quit or get fired, so I don't think it's for me. But as DJ said, man, like, when you got a job, that means all your bills are being paid. So that's great. And then the first thing that I would do, like, if I had a job, if I was to do it all over again, I would build it and scale it while I have a job. The first thing I'll do is do a budget. Like at the end of the day, after I pay all my bills, how much do I have left to contribute, to my business? Because that's going to be really important. You want to, so you're already getting income, right? You're getting guaranteed whatever it is every 2 weeks. So every 2 weeks, you'll be able to put in whatever much into your business, right? Honestly, you don't even have to get out there and clean. Honestly, if you don't want to, you keep your job and, build a business on the side until until your business is paying you more than what you're making full time. So get that budget together. Then once you get that number of how much you can contribute to your business every 2 weeks, every time you get paid, you put something over there, just like you do at church. You do your tithes. If you do that, you tithe to your business, right? And then once you get that, and what I would suggest, since you got a job, you don't really have time to do any cold call, buy some leads, buy some appointments. Say, hey, I'm gonna contribute about $500 a month to appointments, right? And then if you want to hire somebody to go out and do the walkthrough or whatever the case, do the walkthrough for you, hey, find somebody sharp, find somebody clean. Hey, I'll give you $25 for every walkthrough you do. If we close it, I'll give you a percentage off of that. You know what I mean? So you can literally be at work. Somebody could be doing a 2-3 walkthroughs a day for you while you still at work with your job, getting your benefits and all that type of stuff. So
that's an incredible point. Like, yeah, not only are your bills paid, but you probably got a little extra money. Like you could, like, if you stop buying random stuff and start putting the extra money that you are making at your job into your business, you're good. You're in an A1 spot.
Yeah.
Bingo. I'm on that 401k and start throwing that into the business.
Yup.
Yeah. And I'll add this on too, because every single point that was made is absolutely great advice. And I would just piggyback on this other point, which is, because I know DJ, you said that everybody ain't, like, we the 1% for a reason, and everybody ain't built for it, basically. But I'm gonna tell you this: if you ain't built for it, don't watch my shit. Don't look at me, because I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to the people who don't want jobs. Period. You trying to build something big, or at least just not have a job. If you trying to keep your job, I'm probably not the one to listen to, because that ain't what I'm on. Know what I mean? But to each their own. All right, let me see. I got something for y'all. Hold up, y'all. Somebody just made the purchase, but let me see. Hold up. I'm gonna pull it up in a second. Y'all keep the questions going.
All right, awesome. So we have Angie asking how to get commercial contracts when you work a full-time job. So I'll just, can you guys hear me? Yeah. All right. So real quick, what you could do is buy leads, right? You can buy leads working a full-time job, because it's going to be very difficult for you to do cold calling while you're working a job, and also hard to go door to door. So you can buy leads, or you can simply hire somebody to do the calling for you, right? And AJ actually has a course on his Clean Biz Network website that will teach you exactly how to find people to work for you, how to train them, what to say, and how to make it work for you. So if that's your question, I would say definitely the Clean Biz automation course.
Thank you, Carolyn. Boy, I'm telling you, you better promote my stuff than I am. Thank you.
Listen,
you know I wouldn't have said it, right?
AJ, like, I use it in my own business. I'm not gonna promote it because I use it. Like, it's legit. Yeah.
No, I appreciate that. And so that person is, and I'm glad that this is this. Yeah, this is all around cleaning. There we go. CBN member, shout out to you, Miss Serena Monreal. Hopefully I said that last name right, but congrats to you. So you get the extra ticket. Kudos to you. Let me see if I can pull up my Darren's.
That's awesome.
Right. Shout out to you, Serena.
Yeah, shout out to all around cleaning. Woo! Listen, since we're in the giving mood here, we're gonna keep this going. All right. The next person to get a ticket is going to have a free 1-hour consultation with me, you guys. So you get the ticket, you got a 1-hour free consultation. We could get on a video call. You can pick my brain, ask me anything. And yeah, let's get this going. Come on, we'll see you in Vegas.
Let's do it. Let's do it. I like that, y'all. So make sure y'all hop on, get your ticket, and you can get the 1-hour consultation with Carolyn. Y'all heard it right here, y'all. Let's get it. All right, what's the next question we got, man? We got Mr. Ernest Thompson. I think I've seen his name a few times on my channel for years now, if I'm not mistaken. AJ, he says, AJ, we have or had the social anxiety thing in common because we're introverts. How did you overcome this? I'm nervous talking to people. Well, technically, I haven't really overcome it. I just do it. I do it anyway, right? You see me now, like, even though this is non-alcoholic beer, but I ain't gonna lie, this is bad advice, but it's the truth. I started my drinking. Like when I got to socialize, I'll drink to help me get over that nerve, if I'm honest. That's one thing I have done. I'm not saying you should do that. The other thing is I go into myself and I would say I like to just remind myself that if you're self-conscious, typically you're more afraid about what other people are thinking about you. And I think you just got to understand that, number one, fuck them motherfuckers. That's my favorite phrase. Right? Fuck them motherfuckers. And number two, because they ain't thinking about you. They probably ain't worried about you. They worry about their damn self. So stop worrying. Like, if you can just remind yourself that it's really you and not nobody else, get out your way, do that, you'll be all right. And I also like to put the MF word in between my name. So I'll hype myself up in the mirror in the car before I walk in the building or whatever the case may be, and just remind myself, I'm AJ motherfucking Simmons. Like, you know who the fuck I am? Like, you got to hype yourself up a little bit. Start doing stuff like that, listening to positive thinking, listening to motivation, and then look at your accomplishments too. I like to look at my accomplishments. Like, I do things. I handle some business. So no matter how big it might seem to you or how small it might seem to you, you've done something that you can be proud of. So just start going down your list of accolades and like look back like, damn, I did do that shit. Okay, damn, okay, all right. Now I mean, like, hype yourself up a bit, turn some music on, and if you from the background like I'm from, that's another thing. Like, bro, we done been in all type of street fights, all type of goddamn, a lot of stuff was going on. So if you can do that stuff, I know we can get out here and talk to some people about this money right quick. You know what I mean? I know we can do that. So that's my feedback to you on that part. Y'all got something on that? Because I know we got a lot more introverts over here too.
I do. I think I'm an introvert. Nobody believes me, but I did. I hear you talking, Brandon, but you're on mute. Like and like, let me tell you something. When I was in elementary school, my teachers would always complain that I never talked. That's my only complaint. She does not talk. I used to go, my parents are from Honduras. I used to go over there and they used to think I was mute, legit mute. I would not talk. I talk all the time now. It came out in college, you know, I freed myself. But the thing that I learned, because I did take a speech class in like 8th grade. And one thing I learned with all the insecure 8th graders, when you're up there trying to do your speech, nobody's paying attention to you anyways. So just go up there and do your thing. And you're just out, you're trying to send a message. And with that message, closed mouths do not get fed. If nobody knows about you, how are you supposed to make any money? It just doesn't. The more people, just look at society. The more people know somebody, the more money they have. Equate that energy together. So then you just realize, okay, because I started out, I'm very I was kind of scared of sales when I first started my business. So instead of like learning sales or anything like that, I started with, you know, developing my website. That's like a passive aggressive way to get sales. I learned SEO. It's like, okay, well, where are you going to find me? You're going to find me on the internet mostly. So how do I catch you from the internet? I'm going to have to learn how to catch you from the internet. And I learned how to do that because I was uncomfortable talking to people. But now I'll go to networking events. There's a lot of real estate events. They're free and they have free alcohol and food. I mean, you don't have to tell me twice. I'll go there and talk to you about my business. So that's how I do it now. And we have YouTubes now. You see? And YouTube's paying me now. You guys gotta talk. You gotta talk.
That's it. That's right. Let's celebrate Mila getting monetized, you guys.
Let's go.
Pew, 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 pew.
Let's go.
Yeah, I was gonna say that was the exact angle I was gonna approach it from. Was like I went the SEO route and the online route and the marketing route because I really just I didn't feel, to be honest, I was self-conscious about being a black dude in going into corporate, 100% corporate, offices all the time. And it was one of the, like, I had a couple cleaners and still I hired someone to do sales for me before I stopped cleaning. It was, I really was that self-conscious about it. So, but I focused on those things like SEO and those, everything that I can do online to appear like a better business and attract more business, because I was more afraid of talking to people in person. I could cold call, but when it came to like door knocking or just going to networking events, that was definitely a weak point in my bag. And I've definitely worked on it over the years now, but yeah, I focus on all the online stuff to start off with.
And then I'll jump in there too. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm gonna always find a way to tie stuff back to sales and cold calling.
Okay.
But
No, don't apologize. We need to hear that. I don't think we talk about that
yeah,
enough.
yeah. So cold calling, a lot of people think the cold calling is just to go try to close deals. But what cold calling does is it helps you to get rid of those jitters because it's so uncomfortable. Like cold calling, like calling a total stranger, somebody who doesn't know you, don't know why you calling them. They probably get about 30, 40 of these calls a day, and here you go. So that's probably one of the most uncomfortable things to do. Especially for me, I was terrible when I first got in sales. I was horrible. I got fired from my first sales job, but because it was just so uncomfortable. I didn't even know what cold calling was. I'm from from the hood. We don't do cold calling. We don't do all type of sales. We anyway, but yeah. So the cold calling, it helps you to kind of build character. I'll say it helps you to build that character and build up enough gumption to where when you're in person, you like, oh shit, I could do this because I was just making these cold calls and you listening to your voice. It's so much that goes on your head when that phone is ringing before they even pick up. It's so much going through your head. Your anxiety is through the roof. So whenever you get in person, it's like, oh man, finally I get to see a face and you're actually more comfortable in person. So, like Mila said, when you're hitting up these networking events and all of that type of stuff, man, because you made those cold calls, the uncomfortable part, now you got past that, you're comfortable with that now. Now you're in person. So now you're ready to thrive. Now it's I'm this person. Work on your elevated speech to where you could spill it off. Like somebody asks you what you do, you hitting them with it and you engaging in a conversation. And I think if we dial it back to a conversation, because that's all it is, that's all we do. We get paid to talk to people, guys. What are we doing right now? We having a conversation. You know what I mean? And y'all getting paid, they're getting paid for it. YouTube pays them to have conversations. So that's all we doing, man. So and I understand the anxiety part because I'm an introvert too. My wife think I'm just because I walk up to strangers, I talk to people. We go to the grocery store. I've been and had 15, 20-minute conversation with somebody. That's me. I came from the insurance. I sold insurance too. My bad. So, but start cold calling because that'll help you with your in-person stuff too. All right. So it just builds character.
Absolutely. Yeah. Cold calling it's the push-ups of sales. Like if it is the you can read about as many push-ups as you want to read about, but until you get down on that floor and get to work, you ain't gonna build no muscle. And so that's what a lot of people they hype themselves up for 6 months on the idea of cold calling before they've ever even picked up the phone. And then you get down there, you do a couple cold calls or you do a couple push-ups and you look in the mirror and you're not swollen, you wonder why it's not working, and you just say, oh, push-ups don't work or cold calls don't work. Like, no, you did 6, bro. Like, it's a lifestyle you gotta dedicate yourself to. So yeah, keep that in mind. But yeah, I like the sales aspect of it.
Big facts.
And I just want to throw this up there, Brandon, because you was right there. She called you out. She said, let's get this work down here in San Antonio. She's trying to get you to expand down there.
Let's get it.
All right, now 1-5 Initiative said, what is everyone's opinion on billboard and radio advertisements? I ain't done that before, so I'll be quiet if anybody else want to speak on that.
There was one point where we were exploring that option in our business, and I'll tell you that go get some quotes and you'll definitely reconsider. It's highly expensive to put your name on a billboard. And if you can't, my thought process now is like, if you cannot reach your customers without putting a billboard up, then you're doing something wrong. Because there are so many other avenues that you can exhaust before having to spend thousands of dollars to put a picture on the side of the highway in hopes that somebody might see it. Okay, there's only one person that I can say confidently that has ever utilized a billboard that I can remember who this person is. And it happens to be a realtor in New Jersey. And this man has his photo on almost every major highway and every parkway, anything you can think of, his face is up there. But it literally took me to see his face maybe on 30 billboards before I realized, and I'll always remember who this man is. So definitely go get priced out on a billboard and radio advertisement. But, there's so many other resources and outlets that you can dedicate some time and money into that, I'm sure you would get leads for, right? So like we were talking about cold calling, door to door, sending out mailers, SEO on your website, hiring people to help, with sales. But yeah, I would say definitely just explore what the pricing is, because even years ago, it was very, very expensive.
Yeah, I've done both. I've had success with both, but the thing with marketing is it's not necessarily about which avenue of marketing you choose. It's about, one, how good you are at that avenue of marketing. So if you're an incredible graphic designer and you can make an incredible billboard that, and you are good at finding a location and shopping around in that market, then it might be a good idea for you. But if that's not your strong suit, that's not something that you study, that's not something that you've done before, it's going to be difficult to make it work the first time. And that was my experience with billboards, at least. I tried it from, I think I did like a 3-month buy. It didn't go as well as I would have liked it to, but it did drum up some business. I do know one person in this area, Susan's Green Cleaning, just to give someone their flowers. She's had the same billboard up here for as long as I've lived here. So and everyone around the Seattle area knows her. Yeah, so it's so I do know that it can work. It just depends on your skill level. Radio definitely is a lot more expensive than it should be. But it does an incredible thing for your brand in your local market, local radio. So I'm not saying go get a national campaign. That's crazy expensive, but it's a lot more expensive than it should be, in my opinion. And so I would just say that either one of these options, I would consider what that same budget would look like in a properly done online campaign, and maybe can it go further with something else, and with something online, or something a little bit more directly related to where you're going to be finding your clients from.
What's up? That's what's up. Now, I got to shout out K. Wayne Mills for the $20 super chat. Appreciate you. Appreciate that. And also, this guy right here, be clear. I got an interview coming up with him. He's on YouTube as well in the cleaning space, and he got some good stuff over there as well. He also broke the $1 million barrier, so we're definitely looking forward to meeting him and talking with him. So y'all can get familiar with him real soon. So shout out to him. All right, who else we got? Yeah, for sure. I saw something. Wait a minute, it was something good too. Give me a second. I done lost it now. This one right here. This is very important right here. We got VIP. Shout out to the wife checking in. It says, "What's up, family? I can't wait to link up with you all again next month at the 2024 conference. Meet the boss family as well." That's what's up. That's what's up. Thank you,
right. Miss
Right.
Regina, we love her.
Yes.
Right. So
Appreciate
thank you, honey. Thank you, honey. And we'll see y'all next month at the conference. Make sure y'all go to www.cbnconference.com. Get your tickets ASAP. Y'all, the deadline is fast approaching. So go to the website.
Yes,
get your
I'll meet
tickets.
the boss family, because meet my nieces and nephews. They're just listen, yeah, they're dope kids, man. I love them.
All right, let's see what else we got. This was the next one. I'm a solo cleaner. I love it, but sometimes I need help. How can I pay someone if it's not an employee or a subcontractor? Well, you can pay them under the table, but you're gonna get taxed for it, and it's also illegal, so you'll be breaking the law. But I mean,
yeah, I mean that's the honest answer for sure.
You could though. Now you can pay them up to $600 for the year unless they change the law, because I know it's a new year. You know what I mean? But you can pay them up to $600 for the year though, and it's okay. So
I think a lot of times when somebody wants to hire somebody, especially when they haven't hired somebody for the first time, it's like a huge mental block. I remember it was like, this is getting real when I had to thought about hiring somebody. And I hesitated for a while. So just mentally prepare yourself and tell yourself, let me hire somebody, find somebody that, if you feel like you don't have enough business to keep this person busy, maybe you can hire, put a post out for a part-time person so that you can kind of ease into it. And then as you grow, you start giving that person your cleans, and then you start getting more clients, and you have more time to find more clients. So just experiment. This is your life. You can do what you want with it.
All right. Let's see what else we got here. I can't say the first part. Taser Cleaning, I believe it is. Says, thank you for the information you're providing. Absolutely. Thank you for tuning in. Melanie Clark says, I do residential cleaning service, but I do want to do some commercial buildings, but I don't know how to bid or I guess you mean measure the square footage. All right. I'll shut up. Y'all can talk. I'm sorry.
Yeah, all we're gonna say is just go to cleanbiznetwork.com. That's what I would go. That's what I would do. I actually, because I am now friends with AJ, I always like to know what people are doing because I don't know if it's nosiness or curiosity or I just want to learn more things. So I've seen his stuff, and let me tell you, he's handing you everything on a platter. All you gotta do is just do it. So I would do Clean Biz Network, and you don't have to ask any of those questions. You'll figure it out from there.
Truthfully, and thank you.
It's true.
Yeah, to piggyback off of what she just said, like a lot of times in business, we think we have to recreate everything. You don't have to recreate the wheel. If there's a solution out there that works for you, just use the solution. Don't make it difficult if you don't have to make it difficult. I mean, but if you want to make it difficult, there's plenty of ways to do so. You can always find the most extremely difficult way to do it. You can, if you actually want to measure the square foot of it, they make tools for that. There's like a little thing roller. Some of my sales guys, they're just old because they're in their 50s. They do it. They're just used to doing it that way. And so they take the little rolling stick and measure everywhere they go just because they want to be as precise with the square footage as possible. And I'm like, whatever. I really don't. If you eyeballed it, I wouldn't care, to be honest with you. But yeah, some people want to actually go and measure the square footage of everything. So you can take a roller thing and measure it that way if you really want to figure out the exact square footage of a cleanable square footage of a facility. But you don't have to reinvent the wheel when you have solutions available for you. But feel free to try and go and just do it yourself if you want to get the experience of just kind of trying to come up with it.
Yeah, and they got laser measures as well. You can order one from Amazon or go to Lowe's, grab one. And I mean, I got videos on it on my channel. Just look at I think DJ, you got some as well. I know Carolyn got some. So look about videos. We got videos on these specific topics, honestly.
Yeah, another way to do it is just take a building that you clean already. If you're doing the same exact building type, because if you're getting the different building types, then you need to start factoring in production rates and all of that stuff like that. But if you have the same exact client type over and over and over again, then you can just take how long it takes you to clean that building and divide that by the square footage, and whatever you charge for that is your price per square foot.
Right. Okay, I got my guy here. Actually, I'll skip one. I'm gonna get to my guy in a minute. Shout out to Simple Reed. Says you just got the starter kit. Appreciate you for getting that. Welcome to Clean Biz Network. All right. Who else we got? Mr. Lewis, another longtime CBN member, says, but the best way to start cold calling is to get in the cleaning business automation program, just like Carolyn told y'all earlier. He's in it as well. He said there are some secrets in there that will supercharge your lead getting, and that's a fact. Appreciate that. Let's see what else we got. I think that's Eric. Eric says, what are your suggestions for employee retention? That's a great question. I employ W-2 employees and do commercial cleaning. Cycling through employees are putting a strain on my business, and I think it's hurting our perception. I love that question. Y'all want to jump in on that one?
That's a great
off the screen. Just to see that.
Well, I'll go first. The thing about mine is my employees, without them, I am absolutely nothing. So the first thing I need to understand is what makes them happy and what's going to make them want to get up and come to work for me. So I provide my employees are 1099s. A lot of them are 1099s because a lot of them don't have documents. But if you don't have, you're going to say something, AJ?
I want to make sure we're clear because we on air. You have subcontractors that you pay and they get 1099 at the end of the year, but they wouldn't be employees technically.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm not trying to correct you, but you know what I mean? Because we want to be safe. I don't want nobody to get, you know what I mean, back old
replay.
Shit. Right.
Somebody
and they start owing back
this
taxes
up,
and all that. You know what I mean? But anyway, go ahead. My bad.
Thank you, AJ.
Yep.
No, so my guys are 1099, and with that, because most of them are, because when you are an undocumented occupant of the United States, all you need is a tax ID number to work for somebody. So and you don't need to know their status. As a W-2, you need to know what their status is, what their status is in the United States. So that's why 1099 is a great option for me, because a lot of people who do this job, don't have their papers together, and they can get a tax ID number that they can actually file their taxes, but they work for me. So that's one. A lot of them speak another language. That's good for them because they don't need to learn how to speak English to have a job that pays them well. Okay, so I pay them well. Also, I'm very flexible with them. Most of them are mothers. I let them take their kids to work. We do clean Airbnbs. So when we go to an Airbnb, there should be nobody in there. We actually do not want our cleaners to go inside the Airbnb and clean while people are there. So we encourage people to get out so that we can start cleaning, so they can bring their kids. There's not a problem if they say, oh, my kid is sick, I got to stay home. No, my people are hard workers. They'll bring their kid with them. The kid can stay on the sofa, and my worker can go and do their job. So they like that because, listen, I got to go pick up my kid. I got to go do this. Okay, great. You can go pick up kids, do what you got to do, come back in 2 hours and finish the job. So I'm very flexible with understanding what they want and their ultimate goal in their life. So if they want to make a livable wage and, be working all the time, that's what I do for them. Make sure they stay busy and get money. And I treat them like humans and royalty because they work for me. They are working literally for me. I am very thankful for that. So I treat them very well. And when you treat people well, they treat you well. So that's my
and I think that's it. Everything you just said, that was always what I followed as well. Pay well, give people flexibility. Don't try to be on their back and micromanage them. Treat them with the utmost respect. Be grateful for them because they literally they don't got to be there. So everything Mila said, I can't really add too much more to that. You got something, Carolyn?
Just to piggyback a little bit off it, I would say, number one, find out who your ideal employee is, right? So how many hours do you have for this person? I have a friend who only hires part-time employees because he does not want to feel the stress of having to have full-time. So think in your head, who is my avatar? Is it going to be a house mom that is available from 9 to 2? Is it someone that has a full-time job and is trying to supplement income in the evening to do commercial work? I think sometimes we look to hire people so quickly. And I went through this in my business at one point where I had a really high turnover because I was trying to put bodies in. But number one, figure out who you're looking to hire. What does that person look like to you? Again, what is their schedule like? Also, once you have an employee, to retain that employee, I would say, learn a little bit about them. What are their goals? What do they want to do? I know it's not just having a job. It might be saving up for a car, putting their kid through university, and get to know your employees, because once you understand what their goals are and you're able to assist them in reaching those goals, they will be absolutely loyal to you. That could be something as simple as helping them make an appointment for a motor vehicle appointment, right? Not everybody's tech savvy. It could be as simple as they want to hit, a certain number, and maybe you can work with them to meet those goals. But I would definitely say there's a really great book that I read called The Dream Manager. I'm always talking about it. After reading that book, I realized that I was not a really good manager because I was only concerned about what my employees could do for my company, not what my company could do for my employees. And now I have a really great team. They've been with me for quite some time. And now they only refer people to me that have their work ethic. So really start to think of, who do I want to hire? Do I want to hire American folk? Do I want to hire somebody that needs a job? Somebody that, otherwise maybe can't find somewhere to make decent money? So you have to really do a little bit of research as to, who do I want to bring on? What type of person? And then kind of just work with them to, meet their goals, both personal and within the business. Some people want to grow. So definitely employee retention does have a lot to do with how you treat your employees.
And now that's fire advice, Carolyn. You hit a lot of great points, and I will piggyback on them, but I'm not, because we got to keep it going. But what I am going to do is shout out Mr. Jamel Williams for the $20 super chat. Appreciate you so much for chiming in on that. I think I got a sound effect for you. Let's see. There we go. Thank you for that super chat. Right. And then also, let's see what else we got. We got something else going on, don't we? I'm missing something. Let's go back to comments. Don't forget to go to www.cbnconference.com and get your tickets and meet us all there at the Clean Business Network conference, y'all. And also, I see we broke the 100 view mark this week. I don't think we did that before. So congrats to us on that. You know what I mean? And
Hit
also,
that like button, you guys. Smash that like button.
Hey.
there you go. There you go. Hit the like button, hit subscribe, hit share. And don't not just on my channel or just on Carolyn's or not just on DJ's, but Mila's also. We got to get you streaming, Mila, because even DJ's streaming, right? And he just got it today.
I'm so like 1980s with this stuff. I'm like, you know what? I don't want to know. I act like an 80-year-old woman, and I think I'm okay with that. It's okay.
Look, you said you got that business on autopilot. You don't need all this extra stuff,
You
right?
see? That's what I'm talking about, you know?
All right. All right. Now, let me see. What are the rest of the questions that my thing moving so slow? If somebody can get to it before me, here it is right here. I got it. All right. I'm a solo residential cleaner looking to get into cleaning Airbnbs. Any suggestions on how to acquire clients? Mila.
Oh my goodness, what a tricky question. Just kidding. Well, I do have my YouTube channel that I did have a whole episode on this, but since we're here live on how to acquire clients, you have to ask, where are your clients? You have to do the mental work. I mean, I can give you all the answers, but I'm still, because Airbnb cleaning is still kind of like a very new kind of thing. It's not as established as residential that is as old as time. You know, we have Airbnb, which is a different kind of structure. So it is different finding clients for that niche of business. But the first thing I have to think is, okay, if I want clients that are Airbnb, where are they? And where are they going to try to find me? That's the first thing I ask myself. So I'm thinking, okay, well, most people are going to go on Google and do a Google search. So that's when I explained earlier, I learned how to do SEO, and I learned on a podcast for free. I would sit down and write down what all the suggestions they said. And that's what I would do to build my website, SEO, backlinks. You learn about that when you do that. So that's how I would say, I don't know, maybe like upwards of 90+% of my business comes from my website. Not only that, I have it streamlined so that I think, okay, they're going to come to my website. What are they going to find when they get there? How am I going to get them to actually buy from me? So then you got to think how you're going to make the process easier for your client. So when I first started, I used Craigslist. I mean, if I was going to start again, I would use Craigslist again, because when you put a post on Craigslist, if you put the right title on your post, it's searchable. So I remember I put the best Airbnb cleaning company in Houston. And when I Googled Airbnb cleaning Houston on Google, my Craigslist post came up. So that gave me exposure. And then I had my website. I built a website in the weekend. Y'all saw my video with AJ. Put it together, put it on there so that they can also find me on there, because it'll be easier for that. A lot of people I see on Craigslist say, call me. I hate that. First, I got to see, like, are you even somebody I want to come and clean my place? Like, are you even reliable? Like, where do I see some proof? Well, where do people like to see proof? They like to see it on a website. They like to hear from word of mouth. Like, that's how you get real recurring clients. Word of mouth is always, as old as time. It's always been that kind of thing, if you can. But I use Craigslist. Now my website is what attracts a lot of people, and I still attract a lot of clients just from my website. So that's how I'm doing it now. And I'm not going to lie, I'm trying some new things. I'm going to try to start advertising. I haven't done any ads. This is one thing everybody doesn't know. I don't pay for ads. If I'm going to pay for ads, I'm going to know how to use an ad. There are tricks to, just like tricks to building a website. You can build a website and nobody can come to your website because you don't know how to attract people to your website. The same thing with ads. You can spend all the money you want on ads, but if you don't know how to attract the people from your ad, you're just throwing money away. So because I haven't had the time to figure it out, I'm not going to throw away my money on ads, but I'm going to learn ads so that I can put out ads. So that's one thing. LinkedIn, especially in the Airbnb cleaning space. When people are in the like if they're an Airbnb business owner or whatever, even if they have one Airbnb, they're going to put that they're an Airbnb host on their LinkedIn. You could do a search on that. What else would I do? What else would I do? I said LinkedIn, and
You
yeah,
can tell them the rest at the conference. They got to go to
that's right.
www.cbn.
Get all the tea at the conference. There's all kinds of ways. Oh, and the last thing I want to say is when I started going to other cities and try to figure out how to get clients in other cities, I would just research property managers because that's kind of like the easier fish to catch. If you have property managers, they're probably going to have a couple of Airbnbs under their belt. If you convince them to work with you, then you have recurring clients.
Nah, that's fire right there. I mean, if they can't get a customer after that, I don't know what to, I don't know what to tell them. You gave them a whole quick masterclass right there. Like,
There you go.
and the rest of that LinkedIn trick, that was big right there. So I don't know. I mean, that's hopefully that helped. What else we got, y'all? What's the next question we got for y'all? But as I'm looking for it, make sure you go to www. Like, click off this video right quick. Do me a favor, click off the video. Open up your browser on your phone because I know y'all probably watching on the phone, right? Or you might be out cleaning right now. Stop cleaning for 1 second. Pick up the phone. Go to www.cbnconference.com. Get your ticket ASAP. The time is running out, and last year, every year so far, we had this conference. People come after the deadline. Oh, I'm so sorry, I missed it. Even though I'm promoting every single day, but you're gonna swear you didn't know. Don't be that person, y'all, because we might say no to you this year because them Vegas hotels do not play. They want their final count, y'all. Go to www.cbnconference.com. All right, now let's see what we got. I ain't gonna read it yet, but hopefully it's a good one. How did y'all pick your niche? That's a great question. Yeah, what y'all got?
Oh, this came pretty naturally for me because I was back when I first started up. I didn't have much, and I like I said, I was homeless. One of the places you end up as a homeless person trying to find a place to shower is a gym. And so, you know, and I come from an athletic background, so I was familiar with the space as well. I spoke the language naturally. So that, you know, my niche kind of found me, you know, so I was able to, I approached the places where I was kind of trying to use their facilities anyway. So, so yeah, gyms were my niche. And those types of facilities I kind of just stuck with throughout my career. And then, you know, until COVID, obviously been losing 80% of my revenue over COVID overnight, and having to diversify from there, and to still be able to generate, you know, 7 figures in income after losing all of my athletic facilities. But yeah, so now we do a bunch of different facilities, but yeah, I just kind of stuck to what found me already, the places where I already was.
I can talk about my niche. First of all, I read Crush It by Gary Vaynerchuk. This is like what, 2007-ish, 9 maybe. I can't
Such a
remember.
good book.
Yeah, that's what inspired me to be an entrepreneur, first of all, because I was in a job that I didn't really like. And there was a chapter in there where he was like, if you don't even like that job, why are you looking for another one? And I was like, wow, that's real tough. Like,
Right.
it was like a slap in the face. Like, why am I looking for another one? So, what was the question, you guys?
How did you pick your niche?
Oh yeah. So sorry. Thank you, AJ. So he would always say there's niches in the riches. Everybody would say that, you know, like Pat Flynn, Gary Vaynerchuk. They say there's riches in the niches. So I took his advice because I always take everybody's advice who knows more than me. If you make money, if you make more money than me, I'm going to take whatever advice you got. So he would say that. And I was like, okay. And I'm one of those people that when my first business, I started a wedding dress business that sold used high-end dresses, and we also rented. So as you can see, I like to do different things. That's just like my artist inside of me just trying to do some kind of art. So when I thought about Airbnb cleaning, I thought, first of all, okay, it's not that big right now. And it's still not that big. It's not that big, so it should be easy for me to get clients. That's how I was thinking. I was like, I need clients. I need recurring clients. I need people that I don't have to work too hard to get them to come back to me. Well, if you have an Airbnb, I got to be there every 3 days, every week. So it's just, I was just thinking about what would be easier for me, and you just narrow it down. And when you're able to speak to somebody, you're able to speak to an Airbnb cleaning business owner, or you're able to speak to a gym owner, you know, you need to be able to learn how to speak to them, and you just pick your lane and stay there, and then just get better at it. So
Oh, well, I was waiting to see if Carolyn was about to unmute before I jumped in. Oh, okay. So, but yeah, so I would say for me, it came to me. So I tried a bunch of different things, and time kind of showed me like, all right, I always get complaints when I got accounts with a bunch of floors because we lazy and don't always want to mop every time, or we're not doing it well enough, right? Or I would say, okay, well, I don't know how to do strip and wax at the time, so it's like, well, I can't afford. So basically, what I did was I took what I could get, and then over time, the niche kind of found me, and that's when I found out, all right, I want carpeted buildings, typically Monday through Friday, you know what I mean? And with AC on, right? Like something clean cut for the most part, because they was easy to hire for, and that was it. Like that's great. And they're easy to clean because obviously if they're easy to clean, they're easy to hire for. So that's how I kind of chose mine. All right, let's see what else we got. This one. Starter kit equipment. So what do you recommend for starters that haven't made a lot of, excuse me, that haven't made lots of money? What type of equipment do you recommend for starters that haven't made lots of money? Oh, I'm reading that so wrong. You're saying, what do you recommend for people who ain't made a whole lot of money yet? So you ain't got a whole bunch of money to spend. What do you recommend to start off with? So Carolyn just did a video discussing just that. So I recommend watching that video in addition to what we're about to say now. What y'all got?
No, that's really it. Yeah, I would say definitely go check out my YouTube. I have 2 videos up there. So I have one for the inexpensive route for exactly the situation that you're talking about. Don't have a lot of capital, pretty much the basics that will get you by to, help you get that revenue in order to invest into more efficient equipment. So I do have that one video up there, cleaning business starter kit under 200. And then I also just released a video, cleaning business starter kit pro version, which is actually the Clean Biz Network starter kit. So I would definitely say you can start off with, dollar store supplies, basic needs, of course, to get the job done. But then I would absolutely suggest, reinvesting that money into the Clean Biz Starter Kit Pro version.
And I'm gonna just first off agree with what everyone else just said. Everyone else, they're all brilliant. They're all absolutely right. I'm just gonna add also just to remind everyone that if you set your pricing up profitably and you bill up front, like I suggested earlier, you can buy whatever you want. There you go. You can buy whatever you want. As soon as you get that check, awesome. There you go. Go shopping. Get the equipment that you need to get that job done, and you're done.
absolutely. And even when I decided to stick to the Airbnb, you don't really need that much. I needed a vacuum, a mop, cloths, all-purpose cleaner, something for the glass, and that's it. I mean, if you're just starting out, you got to do what you got to do and just do your best.
You don't need a whole lot.
Yep, you don't need a whole lot at all. Just do your best.
Fact. I didn't even have a vacuum. Actually, she was my girlfriend at the time, but I used a hot pink vacuum, like for real. I'm dead serious.
Yeah,
It was hot pink, man. It's actually on my Instagram, but it was a hot pink vacuum. Man, I'm like, damn, man, I forgot about the vacuum until I went to a client house and they asked, "Do you have a vacuum?" I'm like, damn, how I got a cleaning business? I don't have a vacuum. Yeah, but it was hot pink, man, dragging that thing all over Chicago, So really just don't overcomplicate it, man. Just get out there and see exactly what you need. And like DJ said, bill up front, you get whatever you want.
So how important is a DUNS number and what do you do once obtained? If any of you guys could answer this question, I mean, I would love to understand myself.
What number is? What is that?
Because I've also applied for one. I have one. I don't know what it's done for me, to be honest.
I'm in the same boat. I got one, but I'm not sure how much related to business credit it is, but I do know that I've only gotten asked for it maybe twice in years. So I'm not sure if you're doing government contracts, if the government wants, your DUNS number and all that stuff, but I've only been asked for it one time. So
DJ, do you maybe have an answer for this? Because I honestly don't. We're all kind of in the air about it.
So if you really are like trying to hone in on trying to build business credit and build, you know, things like that, and trying to and once you're at that level, it's definitely something that's, you know, it's a good idea to just go ahead and grab one while you're early, and let that history stack up so that it's there for you. But it's in the grand scheme of business, it's irrelevant. It's irrelevant. The main number that's important is how much are you selling. That's how much are you selling. That's it. That's the only number you should be worried about. You know,
Right.
screw the DUNS number. If you never had one, you just go make some money. Like, it doesn't. It will. Eventually, you'll be able to just pay someone else, and they'll end up taking care of it for you in the background. But just focus on selling. Get make some money. The DUNS number is not super important. Grab one if you feel like you're going to want to get into business credit and go that way. But at the end of the day, your business has to make money.
Yeah, and I just want to chime in on it too. I never had to use it. Only time I seen the DUNS number board up was when I was trying to get a government contract. But other than that, I don't never see nobody ask no DUNS number. I got hundreds of thousands of dollars of business credit. That ain't never ever come up. So I wouldn't sweat. Oh, and most importantly, don't buy. Do not buy it. You will automatically get one anyway with your business. And a lot of times they'll call you and tell you what it is, or you can call them and ask them what your number is, but you ain't got to buy that stuff. Don't let them sell you anything. That's another thing I wanted to add in there. But yeah, I wanted to hear y'all's feedback on it too, because I'm like, well, shit, far as I know, you don't really need it other than, like I said, that government contract situation. But glad to hear everybody else had the same experience I had with that. All right, let's see what else we got. Do you have any advice on funding and raising capital? Exactly what DJ said earlier. And like I said, plenty of videos. Make the money and then they'll give you some money.
Yep, that's the best way to raise capital is sell your services.
Yep.
All right, what else we got? Glad to see all these bosses on one call. Fact, shout out to Now Fraser, long time subscriber. Appreciate that. And CBN member, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. Right. It's hard for me to remember all y'all, especially if you don't post every single day, but I appreciate you though. All right, let's see what else we got. Aquarius Singleton says, hi AJ, what is, as of January 1st, everyone in LLC has to register for what is FinCEN. So shout out to Marcus Crockett. Hopefully he's still here. I saw he was in the comments earlier and he spoke, 2 weeks ago up here. But anyway, me and him will be doing another live as well, because he's also speaking at the Clean Business Network conference. But he was the one who put me on to game about this. And this is a new law that passed. Every single LLC has to apply for FinCEN and register your business with it. I think it's free to do, but you just have to do it or you will get fined if you don't do it. People who are already in business, they got the whole year to get it done, but you got to do it before the end of the year. And then if you're brand new, then you need to apply for that as soon as you set up your LLC. So very important. Again, it's brand new, so nobody, I don't think, is an expert unless you work there. But from what I hear, this is what I know about it so far. Anybody else know anything about that?
Listen, okay, I don't know nothing about it. And whenever the government tells you to do something and then you just automatically do it, I don't see it working out very well. Don't cancel me, YouTube. So I'll be one of those very tail end people. Once you start hitting me, that they're gonna have to threaten me too, because a lot of times there's this stuff going on in the government. A lot of times they say you got to do this, and then they change it at the last minute. Like, y'all have not seen that? Come on.
No, you're not lying. That's why I'm laughing, because I'm literally the same way. Like, now let's see what these first 100,000 people do first, and see how it affects them. They might be the ones that get audited or something. Like, again, and this is for people already in business, but they saying that if you brand new, you got to do it immediately. So if y'all ain't got no LLC yet, don't listen to what me and Mila saying right now. But for everybody else, if you got one, shit, we're gonna sit by and play the background a little bit. Let everybody else get their COVID shot first, and then we'll see if we don't decide.
And this is also why it's important to hire a CPA, man, because they are constantly getting trained, constantly getting new information from the government. You know, anytime something with the government changes, CPAs, I don't mean just accountants, but actual certified public accountants. They're the first people who actually get the information about the legalities of everything. So them and I guess business attorneys, but that's why it's always good to outsource that stuff. I'm not an administrative person at all. I'm so I don't even like to talk about that stuff. So that's why it's good to just hire somebody to take care of all that, make sure you're straight.
Yep. And
All
with
right.
that, you can understand why. Because I like to understand, like, whenever somebody tells me something to do, like, I want to understand, like, why are you asking me to do it? Like, dig a little bit deeper as to, like, what's the real reason. So
Facts.
I don't really understand the real reason. I'm just going to be sitting back until you kind of probably going to find me first. And then I
All right. Juicy Jules says, I started my cleaning business this month and I'm in the process of getting legal. I filled out the fencing, good for you. We were just talking about it. And they asked if I need to pay an excise tax form 1040. I'm not an accountant. I haven't applied for fencing yet myself. I don't know this one. I will speak to somebody that knows more about it than me, but I ain't the one. I'm sorry. Y'all got anything?
Nope.
All right. On to the next
Nope.
one.
I'm stay far away from that.
Okay. Dude, I hate when I gotta leave somebody hanging like that, but if I don't know, I don't know though. All right, what else we got? Do you guys build business credit with your company? If so, we got a lot of these today. Again, make some money. The creditors will come sign you. I promise you. They're gonna see all that money coming through, whether it's they see it through your bank account or whether they see it through your credit processing, like Carolyn was saying earlier. But either way, they'll find you. They know how to
Yeah,
get to you once you start getting some money.
card. I love having an Amex card with my business credit. My business credit looks so good. They're gonna give me a little gold card. Okay, I'll take it until I get the
For
black.
sure.
Oh, thank you for saying. Thank you for
I was
saying that.
gonna
As a matter of
say-
fact, if you go to
You're gonna beat me to it, AJ. I was gonna go say check out the Clean Biz Network website. AJ actually has either one or two different credit cards that you can apply for. So definitely go check that out. And yeah, you apply, you just start building, just do your research because again, credit cards can lead you down a bad path if you're not responsible.
Right.
facts. Oh, that is a fact. And also that link is in the description of all of my videos. So click the description of my YouTube video and you will see a link where you can click my referral code for American Express business credit card and try it. You might get approved, you might not, but just try it. I tell you what, Amex is I love them. Like they you get plenty of points. I pretty much don't pay for flights or hotels because of the points I get through Amex. So definitely apply for that and try to get that to get your business credit started. All right. What else we got? Do you need cleaning? And we'll wrap up in a little bit too, y'all. We've been on about an hour and a half, and I got to get ready to take my son to basketball practice. Let's see what we got. John Taylor Jackson said, do you need cleaning insurance when you start off as a subcontractor? I believe that is a state thing, but from every state that I'm aware of, you do have to have it as an individual subcontractor. But certain states, I don't know if it's a requirement, but I'll let y'all jump in. Like, what are y'all hearing on that?
Not in Texas. We live reckless around here.
Okay.
But when I got when I started making money and my business started getting serious, I did get insurance. And I am responsible. I am a responsible business owner. We did have an accident when we didn't have insurance, and I paid it out of pocket just because that's who we are. We're gonna take care of if we're there and we the glass broke in the shower. There's something got stuck in the glass pane and it all shattered. And somebody's coming in tomorrow in the Airbnb. We bought a shower rod from Walmart, put a shower curtain on there. We bought everything and contacted a glass person to go and fix it. So you at least have the money to pay for it if something goes wrong.
Right. Yeah, and I would just say just another thing on insurance is get the general liability coverage. I like to recommend getting $1 million in coverage. It's not that expensive. It should be like between 30 and 80 bucks a month, somewhere around there. But definitely get that just so you can have that general liability coverage. And then any other coverages, I will see what your state law requires. And then again, to go back to the part where you said about our subs supposed to have it, a sub is no different than any other type of entrepreneur. Entrepreneur is entrepreneur. So whatever you got, your subs should probably have. But again, if it's not a requirement, then it's not a requirement. But just understand that the liability or the risk that you might be running. That's kind of all I can say on that. What is this? Wait, can we hear more about that restoration business? So who said something about restoration business? Was it?
Oh, that
Carolyn.
was me.
Okay.
Yeah, so actually it's very we need more time for that. But I am going to be putting out more videos on the specialty jobs. So restoration, mold removal, fire cleanup, water cleanup. This year, I'm definitely going to be getting into, like I said, more videos about restoration and all the different certifications that you can take on there. So just definitely subscribe to my channel, hit notify, and you will be seeing those specialty jobs on there.
Yeah, actually, I'm gonna do something pretty similar. I'm gonna have a video with the restoration company. Actually, that's next door. Any fans of my channel that are here, they guys know I had a beef with the restoration company next door behind our parking spots outside, because they didn't start parking on this side of the building until I started coming here. My truck, they started seeing my vans on the side of the building. Now they want to take all the front space in the street. But we got over that, and now I'm probably gonna bring them on the channel. But they do strictly emergency restoration, emergency cleaning and restoration, stuff like that, fire, mold, and stuff like that as well. So I'm gonna bring them on the channel. So definitely come check out the channel if that interests you at all.
Power move, 48 laws of power. I love that.
Right? Yeah, they're trying to get me. I was like, okay.
Make your friends with your enemies. There you go.
Right? I was like, AJ was talking about it earlier. I was like, man, this business stuff is different, man. I'm from the projects in the night ward, man. I was like, I got a different attitude behind this stuff, but I got to remember, I'm like, this is a different type of fight. It's a different type of fight.
Right.
Yeah, you got to learn how to fight differently. Yeah,
I got to learn how to fight differently. Learn how to fight. It's a different world.
That's funny. All right. Let's see what else we got here. What's the process of getting a subcontractor for one of the contracts? What would be the split? I'll let y'all talk. I'm actually getting tired of talking.
Hey, I think I'm gonna hop in on this one, man. I think if this is the same Just Splash, this is my couple family down in Florida, man. They rocked out with us at last year's CBN. So great question, man. So getting a subcontractor, well, first of all, you're in the right mindset, outsourcing it and getting out of the field. But I would say find out where cleaning business owners hang out at, whether it be online or in person, find out where they hang out at, find out where you could cast a net, instead of going fishing with a rod, see where you could go cast a net and get a bunch of them. So whether that be putting up a post somewhere on a job board, Indeed has gotten us the most success with finding, smaller cleaning companies or solopreneurs who are looking to get more work. They don't want to do the sales. They don't want to be involved with the business side. They don't want to do, anything with contracts. All they want to do is clean. So those are the ones, you want to kind of tap into. And as far as you could tap into groups, there's a whole subcontractor group on Facebook. So Facebook groups, and just put out the area and, just start to get out there and get to know people. And as far as the split, I guess that would come down to you. How much money do you want to bring home at the end of the day? How tough is the scope of work? If it's a tougher scope of work, what we do is we give more on the split. If it's a tougher scope of work, if it's a pretty simple job, pretty easy job, depending on the scope of work, how many hours they're going to be working in that facility, we may bring home more. Are they using their supplies? Are you going to be, supplying some of the supply? Do they need something from you? Are they independent, like totally independent, where they don't need you watching over their shoulder? All of those kind of factor into it, but it could definitely be done. But I would start there and, just getting familiar with the solopreneurs and smaller cleaning companies out there.
All right. Well, I appreciate that. We're going to go ahead and jump to the next one. I'm going to try to get as many being possible before we wrap it up. The next one is, what tech are you using for your cleaning business? Clean Biz Network. And soon we'll be using what? Cleaningboss.
Mycleaningboss app as well. Yeah, go check it out. Mycleaningboss.app.
There we go. All right, y'all. What else we got?
What is My Cleaning Boss about?
The Cleaning Boss app is a software that you can use to manage your employees, basically the operations of your business. So you can have employees remote clock in. There's some built-in accountability features. So like employees can confirm their shifts before on shift days, so whether or not people plan on coming to work. Obviously timekeeping and keeping track of those types of reporting, location management. It's kind of everything you need for your operations, and we got a lot of stuff coming out for Q2, more features coming out for Q2 as well. But yeah, just your basic operational software.
Perfect. That's perfect compliment to Clean Business Network too. I was just
I
more of a
saw that, man. We're
sales
gonna have to
company.
exchange APIs, bro. Yeah, we gotta
Yeah,
exchange APIs and do some real integration. So we can
for sure.
we do work
That's
around here. We'll get it in, man.
perfect. All right, let's do it. All right, next one. Let's see what else we got. Miguel Lara says, "Hey DJ, you should give a 3-day or a 7-day trial for the app, just that we are able to check it out and see how it fits." So
Oh,
before he
y'all think this
says
is about the
anything,
money, bro? It's 14-day trial off the bat, bro. This ain't about the money for me. I want you guys to check it out. I want you to get the value. I want you to to see if this is something that's gonna work for you. But yeah, if you don't have a way to schedule jobs, or you don't know who's available to work a job, or if you don't have a way to have people clock in and out of jobs, or are your people forgetting to clock out? This will automatically clock them out if they leave that geofence area of the location that you set. There's features like that. If you don't have things like that in your company, as we talk about tech and things to have in your company, I think this is the really great one to have. But yeah, definitely gonna have a 14-day trial right out the gate. And then later on, when we do sales and I do advertisements, I'll probably do like a 30-day trial for those advertisements, as just to be as an example. I don't hide anything. I show you guys how I run every last business that I own. And so I have no secrets. I just show you guys that the work is a difference maker. I can tell you and show you everything that I'm doing, but you're not gonna outwork me because it's work, and I know you don't want to do it.
fact. Hey, look, and by the way, though, what is the price point on your app? By the way,
So Cleaning Boss right now is going to come out at $45 a month plus $2.50 per employee that you have. So, and in the future, we're going to release accounts for your clients as well, and those will be free.
Gotcha. Okay. All right. I was going because to be honest with you, at $45. Come on, y'all. If you
Can't
need a
beat
free
it.
drop for $45, bro.
I don't even think people have started looking into the software. Like most people starting out haven't started looking into software. But once you're in that market, you'll realize that as price point, you can't beat it. You won't
Oh,
find anything.
absolutely.
Yeah. Okay. Ajax said sometimes hard with net 30 payments. That's why you should take DJ's advice and bill up front.
Yeah,
I'm trying to skip a
I'm
little
not
bit.
saying never take net 30 payments. At some point in your business, you will have a nice solid backlog of income. You will have a nice emergency fund for your business. Oh my God, my lights just went out. But that was my tube light battery just died. Y'all seen these all over YouTube. But yeah, but you don't have to always not take net 30 payments. At some point, you'll be able to go ahead and take net 30 payments. But in the beginning, you're just starting out. You don't have those funds that piled up just saved for that, just in case that person doesn't pay. You got to ask for that money up front.
All right. And then this next question, I'm gonna make it. Let me see. Yeah, I'm gonna make this the last one because I like this question myself, and I got a question to follow up this one for y'all because it's interesting. I answered this question a few times in my group, but then it do though. Shout out to Darrell Moore also. He just did an interview with me on my YouTube channel, Clean Biz Network member. He killing it. Shout out to Darrell. But he said DJ or Carolyn, and then also if y'all others can chime in. I know he picked y'all in particular because I think that he can see that y'all have offices, I believe. But anyway, he said, I finally bought my office, moving in March. Congrats on that, by the way, buying the office. Wondering how do y'all handle logistics coming from a storage unit that plans to keep one just for a supply refill spot based on distance? What y'all take on that?
Yeah, that's basically all I use it for. Yeah. Yeah, you go ahead, Karen.
Oh yeah, no problem. So I do have an office, but my employees don't really come there too often. I also had multiple storage units actually, just like you said, based on the locations of where we were providing service. But since we've gone full 1099 contracting last November, that is the contractor's responsibility as to where they're keeping their supplies. But beforehand, I did have multiple storage units throughout the tri-state area so that no one had to go far to get their supplies.
And yeah, I basically use it the exact same way. We still have several storage units that are near bigger facilities that sometimes need to be stocked, and if someone's not around, then employees have access to that storage facility. We don't do a lot of my office is the graveyard for all my business equipment. Nothing really actually comes here. We only do interviews here. We pretty much use this space for interviews and for media to make our content and to make our the things for the company. That's pretty much all the office is used for these days, and some administrative tasks in the front. But yeah, other than that, that's pretty much all it is. We still use the storage units. But yeah, I try to use the space just to have a place for new employees to come in and out of. But for the most part, since we were fully remote and we've been using things like the Cleaning Boss app for the several years, no one really even comes to the office. Everything's kind of managed via tech.
And so another follow-up question for that I got is, how are y'all handling y'all washing your clothes and all that type of stuff?
Oh yeah, so we do have a commercial washer and dryer in the back as well. So that's how, for us anyway.
Yeah, that's definitely one way to go about it. If you can get a commercial washer and dryer, or just a washer and dryer, like a household one as well, but commercial would be best. You can get that installed. But I've never had the hookup at my office. So what I was doing was I'd have one of my employees at the time, they would go to a local laundromat and they would wash and dry them because they were inexpensive to do versus leaving them there, because paying by the pound gets really expensive. But now that they are independent and their own companies, that is now their responsibility. So I have no idea where they're washing them, but they're getting washed.
And there's also new things out, like there's new types of companies out there that actually there's laundering services that'll come and pick up laundry, wash it, and bring it back. So if things have to stay at the facility, or things go back and forth from the facility, you can use something like that as well.
Yeah, I was gonna tap in on that. We definitely use one of those companies where they come and pick up the laundry, they wash it, they bring you fresh linens and things back. So factor that, whatever that costs to be able to do that, factor that into your bid and let your client pay for that. That's so it won't come out of your overhead. So and also some laundromats, they do have some laundromats that do pick up and drop off as well. So anytime you get a client, when you're doing that walkthrough, look for that type of stuff. When you go to do the walkthrough bid, look for laundromats in the area, so that way you'll already know. And then what you do is just reach out to that laundromat, see if they do pick up and drop off. So, and also with laundry, I'll say this too. We don't do bathrooms. Well, we don't do toilets with towels.
Okay.
We do anything toilets that has to do with urine or feces, anything like that, we do with paper towels, because you don't want your towels smelling like urine. And then let's say you're in a case where where your staff member they don't mind taking them home or taking them to the laundry. They're not carrying around urine filled towels, just soiled with, you know what I mean? Just imagine if I'm not doing it. So I don't want them to do it. You know what I mean? So we don't clean toilets with any towels. It's all paper towels. So paper towels, it's more sanitary. You just throw it right in the trash. So
are y'all buying the paper towels, or y'all using the customers? Because your customers get pissed off after a while.
Yeah, we
buy it.
Okay. Making sure that.
If anything, they're using our paper towels.
Right. Facts.
Okay. But all right, y'all. Well, I appreciate everybody for coming on, and I think that before we go, the most important thing that everybody should know before they leave this call is meet us at Clean Business Network Conference on February 28th through March 1st in Las Vegas at the JW Marriott Hotel. I never said the location. I noticed that somebody asked earlier and I forgot to address it, but be at the JW Marriott Hotel. Meet us there, hosted by Tenacity Clean. Y'all already know them on their YouTube channel. Everybody right here is going to be on that stage as well. We can't wait to see y'all. Go to www.cbnconference.com. Get your tickets, y'all. And before we do it, let's go ahead and close it out, y'all. If y'all could just let them know who you are, where they can find you, all that good stuff.
For sure. So my name is Carolyn Arellano. You guys can find me on my YouTube channel at Carolyn Arellano. On Instagram, it's at Carolyn CEO. And you can meet me in person in Las Vegas at the CBN Network Conference. That's going down over the next, I believe, 6 weeks. So we have, I think, 18 days left to buy your tickets. And yeah, I'll see you guys there.
Yep, I'm Mila, the host keeper, on all the internets, YouTube, Instagram, LinkedIn. I go by Mila, the host keeper. Host keeper is my cleaning business. And yeah, that's where you can find me. I have a YouTube channel. Check out my YouTube channel. Y'all heard that I'm monetizing now. and I'm on Instagram a lot. So I'm trying to get on Facebook and all that stuff. But like I said, this is too much stuff. I'm trying to Hey, I'm not trying to do all this stuff.
Right.
Y'all already know, man. It's your boy DJ The Boss. I'm right here on YouTube at DJ The Boss. I do this YouTube stuff, man. I'm here. I'm live right now on my channel. Yeah, I do this stuff, man. Yeah, y'all come holler at me. Mycleaningboss.app to manage your cleaning business. Cleaning Boss Family on Instagram and TikTok. Keep that boss mentality. I love y'all. Peace.
I'm Brandon Orr. You can find me on Instagram. That's where I'm most active. Dreams into motion. That's dreams, the letter N, the number 2, motion, because I'm ready to help you guys put them dreams into motion. Let's stop sitting on it. Let's get some sales in. Let's rock out, man. Y'all been sitting on them goals and them New Year's resolutions for 10 years now. Let's make a difference, man. Let's make a difference in your life and other people's lives. Meet me at CBN in Las Vegas, because it's time to bet on yourself. All right. YouTube channel as well. Got a couple videos up there that you may benefit from. So see y'all in Vegas.
Yeah, definitely check out YouTube because you will benefit from it. Ain't no doubt about it. Check out Brandon Orr on YouTube. And also, I'm AJ Simmons. Check me out on YouTube at AJ Simmons. I'm the founder of the Clean Business Network. If you want to check out anything we got going on, we got all type of products and services to help you start or grow your cleaning company. So go to www.cleanbusinessnetwork.app. We also got a mobile app. You can check that out as well. And meet us at the Clean Business Network Conference, y'all. www.cbnconference.com. Thank y'all so much for coming out today. Thank you to the people on the panel right here. Appreciate y'all for taking the time out. And all the viewers, thank y'all. Make sure y'all subscribe to everybody on here, y'all. Let's get it.
See you guys in Vegas.
Top, ain't none of y'all stopping me. Used to say I never get a ring, Charles Barkley. Now I got a wife, got kids, own property. Bubble-eyed beans that look like that be watching me. Okay, I lied about the beans, but that was hard though. I'm still in that black act, but she starred though. Cause that's all it takes. Don't flash it for. I'm